Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this week we are going to take a look into Guilford, Connecticut. So if you own a home in Guilford, Connecticut, or you're thinking about buying one, you need to hear this. In February of 2026, home prices in Guilford held steady at $625,000. That sounds like a great news for sellers, right? But here's a twist. The number of homes that actually sold dropped by 40%. Compared to last year. That is a huge drop. So what's going on? Are prices about to fall? Is now a good time to buy? Should sellers be worried? Well, in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about Guilford housing market right now. I'll show you the real numbers, like always, explain what they mean in plain English, and give you a simple game plan whether you're buying or you're selling. This is the kind of stuff that could save you thousands of dollars and help you avoid a big mistake. Stick around to the end. Let's get into it. For February of 2026, my name is Dan Lussier, and every month I dig into the local data so you don't have to. Whether you're a homeowner who wants to know what your house is worth or a buyer who's trying to figure out is now the right time to buy. So let's jump into this video and let's start with the big picture. Right now, Guilford is still a seller's market. So what does that mean? It means that there's more people who want to buy homes than there are homes for sale, really. Sellers still have an advantage in this market, and we're seeing it every day. So let me give you the three key numbers. First, the absorption rate. It's 33.3%. That's a fancy way of saying that 1 out of every 3 homes on the market sold in February. Anything above 20%, we're in a seller's market. And the sellers are in the driver's seat. Second, there are only 1.3 months of supply. Think of it this way. If no new homes were listed starting today, every single home for sale in Guilford would be gone in about 5 weeks. A balanced market has 5 to 6 months of supply. We are way below that. Third, there are only 27 single-family homes for sale in all of Guilford right now. That is not a lot of options at all. If you're a buyer, you're picking from a very small menu. Now let's zoom in on single family homes because the biggest part of the market here is single family homes in Guilford. The median sale price came in right around $625,000. That's only down 0.8% from last year. So basically prices have held steady. If you own a home here, your home's value didn't drop really at all, pretty much stayed the same. So here's something I want you to really pay attention to. The sale to list ratio was exactly 100%. That means on average, sellers got every single dollar they asked for. No discounts, no negotiating down, full price. But there's a big headline. Only 9 homes sold in the month of February. Last year at this time, 15 homes sold. That's a 40% drop. So the story isn't the prices are falling. They're not. The story is way fewer deals are getting done. The market is slower, not weaker. Why are fewer homes selling? A big part of that is the buyers are being really careful right now. Think about it. Monthly mortgage payments are still expensive. So when somebody is going to spend $625,000 on a house, they want it to be in great shape. They don't want to move in and then have to spend another $50,000 in fixing the roof or the kitchen. As a lot of you know, or may not know if you're not from Connecticut, Guilford's housing market is pretty old. There is a good chance of getting those things fixed. That's why move-in ready homes are winning right now. If your house is clean, updated, priced right, you're still going to get a strong interest from buyers. But if your home needs a lot of work, which a lot of ones in Guilford's do, buyers might pass. They might wait for something easier, or they might come in with a lower offer because they know they'll have to spend some money to fix things up. The condition of the home matters more now than it has in years. And I'm seeing this throughout other towns on the shoreline, including Brantford, Madison, East Haven. As you go through the local towns, I'm seeing it more and more. Let's talk about condos and townhomes. This is when the numbers look a little weird and a little wild. In February, 0 condos sold in Guilford. 0. Sounds pretty bad, right? But before you panic, let me explain what's actually happening. There are 16 condos listed for sale, and the months of supply is 3.7, which is actually a lot closer to a balanced market than the single-family homes. More importantly, there are 5 pending sales right now. That means there's 5 buyers and sellers already agreed on a deal. Those closings are probably going to happen in March or in April. The condo market, it didn't die. It just hit a pause button for a month or so. The demand is still there. It's just taking longer to show up in the final numbers. And on a side note, because the home prices are so high and got so high in Guilford, the condos are becoming the go-to for home buyers who just want to be in Guilford. Let's talk about the inventory. This slide is really important. If there's one thing driving everything we're seeing in this market, it's this. There just aren't enough homes for sale. I feel like I say that every month. Been saying that for a couple of years now. There's just not enough homes to go around. So new listings dropped 31.3% from last year. Only 11 new single-family homes came on the market in February. That is a tiny number for the town of Guilford. Why aren't more people selling? Here's the big reason. A lot of homeowners locked in a super low mortgage rates a few years ago, like 3% or even lower. And if they sell their house and buy a new one, they're going to have to give up that cheap rate and take a much higher payment. And most people just don't want to do that. So they're just going to sit tight. They're going to sit on their house and they're going to wait and see if the rates come down. This is called a lock-in effect. And that's the number one reason inventory is so tight in Guilford and across all of Connecticut for that matter. Until mortgage rates come down a lot more, this problem, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So that is one of the biggest problems we're having. And the only homes that I'm seeing personally in the market that are going on are either probate deals or people who have to move. I mean, let's face it. People are going to be in a spot where they have to move, they have to sell, relocation. So there's still going to be homes for sale. It's just way down right now. So let's talk about some mortgage rates. Right now, or in February, we all saw the 30-year fixed rate. I think it got down to 5.98, if I remember right. That's the first time in a while it's been below 6. Last year at this time, rates were closer to 6.76%. So buyers are getting a little bit of a relief, but there's a big but there. If you know anything about what's going on right now, I'm as of this recording in the middle of March or March 25th, we're getting near the end of March. Rates are now climbing back up. And as of today, I believe they were 6.5. So we're climbing and that's not going to help. That lower rate means your monthly payment is a bit smaller, which helps. But there's the thing. The rate didn't drop enough to get a bunch of sellers off the sidelines. People who locked in at those 3% rates, they're still not selling. So rates help buyers a little, but they didn't help the inventory problem at all. Now, let's talk about how long it takes to sell a home in Guilford. The average days on market right now, they jumped 60 days. Last year, it was 35 days. That's a 71% increase. So homes are sitting on the market almost twice as long as they were a year ago. So you got to ask yourself, what is going on here? Now, if you are a seller, that might sound scary, but remember, sellers are still getting 100% of their asking price. Homes that are just taking longer to find the right buyer. You know, a lot of buyers are on the fence right now with the uncertainty in the world. And if you're a buyer, this is actually good news. You have more time to think. You can compare homes instead of rushing into a decision. That crazy bidding wars from a few years ago, those are mostly gone. They're still there, but they're mostly gone. You can breathe a little now. You can get those inspections done. You can take your time, maybe go back for a second showing, but it depends on the house. So you want to talk to your agent because a lot of us agents, we know what homes are going to go fast and which ones are going to take a while. Sometimes we're wrong. But for the most part, we have a good idea. So we'll be able to guide you to say, you need to get in there right now. Or maybe if it's a little price a little high, we can sit on it and wait and see what happens. So what is the practical plan? All right, this is a part where we put it all together. Whether you're buying or selling, here's your game plan. If you're selling, number one, price it right from day one. The data shows that homes priced correctly still sell for full ask price. But if you overprice your home, buyers will skip right past it. And in a 60-day market, you cannot afford to start too high, then chase the market down. That does nobody any good, and it's not good for you at the bottom line. Number 2, make sure your home looks great. Clean it up, fix the small stuff, make it feel move-in ready. That's what buyers want right now. If you're buying, number 1, be ready to move when you find the right home. Remember I just told you a little while ago, the best ones, those are the ones that are going to move fast. There are only 27 homes to pick from. So when a good one comes up, you need to be prepared with your financing and your game plan. You should be working closely with your agent to have a plan in place with all your ducks in a row to pounce when that perfect home comes up. Number 2, be patient. Take your time. Comparing. You have more breathing room now than you did a year ago or 2 ago. Use that time to find the right fit for your family and your budget. I know that kind of contradicts the first line. However, it's kind of something that you really need to have a good conversation with your agent and really nail down what homes are going to be the ones you need to move fast on and what are the ones you can maybe take some time on. So let's wrap all this up. February 2026, Guilford was not a weak market. It was a strong market, and it moved at a slower pace. Prices held firm at $625. Sellers still got full ask, but fewer deals happened because there just aren't enough homes for sale, and buyers are being more careful with their money. Bottom line, if you're thinking about making a move in Guilford, pricing and timing matter now more than ever. Whether you're buying or selling, having the right strategy is what separates a great outcome from a frustrated one. Take the time, make a plan, keep an eye on my videos. I'm going to let you know when that market turns. You'll be the first one to know. So don't miss next month's market update. And if you have any questions about buying or selling in Guilford or in Connecticut Shoreline, drop them in the comments below. Reach out to me directly. I'm always here to help. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.